The 24th of June 2018 disaster at the start, then Kimi on the podium with Seb fifth, thanks to guts and strategy. Le Castellet, an accident at the start, duels on the track and a well-thought-out strategy which delivered a third and a fifth place for Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel. Scuderia Ferrari thus made the best of what turned into a bad situation right from the start. Seb limited the damage, with Hamilton now heading him in the championship by 14 points. Story of the race. Nose damage, shouted Seb, just moments from the start. A collision with Bottas at turn 1 produced damage that was clear to see. The safety car came out immediately because of a collision between Ocon and Gasly, and the number 5 Ferrari pitted for a new nose, while Bottas also came in with a puncture. Seb took on softs, the hardest tire, in order to rejig the race strategy. Kimi was now 7th after also having a moment breaking into the first corner. 5 laps later and the race was on again. Seb went round the outside of Alonso, who spun, and Kimi got the better of Leclerc. Vettel gained a further 2 places before use of DRS was authorized. Raikkonen passed Magnussen to go 5th. Seb had just passed Van Dorn to close in on the points zone when the stewards handed him a 5-second penalty for the earlier collision. Further up the order, Kimi showed that the SF71H had a strong race pace as he next passed Sainz. On lap 12, Vettel pulled a great passing move on Hülkenberg to go 10th, and next on his list was Perez, followed by Grosjean. On lap 16, Kimi set the fastest lap, as Seb now passed Leclerc and Magnussen for 6th place. Lap 20 and Seb got past Sainz, braking from 330 km/h at the chicane, and he was clear of traffic. The aim was to get ahead of Verstappen when the Red Bull would pit, but there was the added variable of the lurking threat of rain. Seb asked which sector was costing him the most time. Verstappen pitted at the end of lap 25 and Seb stuck right with him down the straight, but also had to look after his tires at the halfway point. At the start of lap 30, Ricciardo pitted, and this time Sebastian managed to stay ahead, without counting the penalty. With 20 laps to go, Hamilton pitted, which meant Kimi was leading, before he too pitted to change tires, going from ultra to super soft. On fresher tires, Ricciardo managed to get ahead of Seb, who now found himself ahead of his teammate. Then Raikkonen put in a super lap in 1 foot 34 inches 819, and soon after Seb left the way, clear for his teammate who was racing Bottas. Indeed, it was Valtteri who came in for super softs, but it was a slow stop. Ferrari reacted, bringing Vettel in for ultra softs, sitting there for longer to take the penalty too, comfortably maintaining his position. Last few laps, Raikkonen was very quick and had Ricciardo in his sights, but there were back markers to be dealt with. The first scrap came at the start of lap 47, and then Kimi made the decisive move at the chicane and was in a podium position. Right at the end, the virtual safety car was used after Stroll went off. Scuderia Ferrari picked up 25 points, which 1 minute into the race had seemed an impossibility. It was down to the determination of the drivers and the cool-headed approach of the guys on the pit wall.